Hey guys, it's Jenny with Liberty Canine Rescue Ranch, and I have been documenting a little bit of Nemo's progress in some of his training sessions. He's our newest rescue pup here at the ranch, and I thought it would be cool just to do some how-to videos or just kind of show you what the process looks like when we first get dogs and how we get them started on each of their commands, kind of the structure of our program and like the process of how we rehab and train these rescue dogs. Today, what I'm going to do is show you how we start downs. I've never done this with Nemo. I don't know if he's ever done this before. I would assume not. So this is probably the first time he's done it, and we'll just see how he does. So there's multiple different ways we can teach dogs how to down. We can use leash pressure, we can use a food lure, we can physically mold them by putting their body in the position we want them to. So I always try to start with food. If you have a dog that's pretty food motivated, this can be really beneficial. Nemo is food motivated. So we're gonna make it fun for him. He can earn a reward for this. So all I'm gonna do is I wanna make sure that the leash is coming down off of his neck, off the bottom, because I'm gonna pull down a little bit. This is really good to get dogs used to leash pressure and understanding what it means and how to turn it off. Another tip for downs is it is easier to get them to go into a down if they're already into a sit, but we don't wanna tell them to sit. So what I did right there is I just used a food lure to get him into a sit. So now I'm gonna use food, I'm gonna lure it down, and I'm gonna use just a little bit of leash pressure down. And I'm just gonna keep doing this until I can get him to move those front, yes, good boy. Until those front legs slide down, and there he did, so I let him have the reward. Boy, free. So that time, it took him a couple seconds, but not very long actually. He's really smart. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again and just show you guys. Again, I wanna get his butt down so that it's a little bit easier. And I have food in my hand, but I'm not letting him eat it. The only time he gets to eat it is when he goes into that down position. Good. So I was just letting him troubleshoot there and figure out. He kept licking, trying to get the food. That's not how you get it. That's not how you get it. That's not how you get it. I'm still holding a little bit of downwards leash pressure. Good boy. And then I let him have the food as soon as he's down. Free. And again, I'm telling him free before he's getting up. He doesn't know what it means, but he hears it each time before he is done doing a command. So again, downwards leash pressure. Good boy. And it is such a subtle downwards leash pressure. I'm not pulling him. I'm just making contact so that he can feel a little bit of pressure pulling down. If you use downwards leash pressure to teach your dogs to down, you should be able to, once they understand this, just give a slight pull on a collar or a leash underneath and they'll instantly go into a down. So right now what's happening is he didn't pop up. I told him he was free and he could have popped up, and it's fine that he's not. But what I'm gonna do, since he's staying in this position, I'm just gonna keep rewarding him, because I want him to know that when he does this position, good things happen. So even though I told him he's free and he can get up, if he's gonna offer it, I'm just gonna keep rewarding it, because this also shapes the picture later for a down stay when I ask him to down and I don't want him to pop up right away. So this is just a good example of how training sessions can be fluid. Sometimes you have dogs that they pop up every time as soon as you get them right down. That's okay, work with the dog that you have. If he's gonna do this for me, I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit and just keep reinforcing this position. So getting him into that sit position, good. He's so smart. Good boy. And you'll notice that I haven't even used the word down with him yet. Dogs need to understand what the behavior is before you add a cue. Otherwise, your cue means nothing. If I told him down right now, it means nothing to him. I need him to consistently be doing the behavior before I add the word. Free? So I'm gonna do it again. Since he's doing it now, pretty much he's anticipating. I'm gonna actually add the word. So now I'm gonna tell him down before I do anything. Down. Then I do downwards leash pressure. Yes, good, down. So the other way you can reinforce the cue, it's called new cue, old cue. So the new cue is the word down. So I'm gonna say down. Old cue is downwards leash pressure, downwards food lure. Yes, good, down. And another way I'm reinforcing down is, instead of just saying good boy, I'm saying good down. Good down. Good down. With downs, when you're rewarding, you wanna make sure that the food is on the ground or at the ground in your hand. You reward high, they pop up. So you wanna reinforce down low. That helps encourage them to stay in this position. Down. Yes, good down. Good boy. Down. Yes, good, down, good boy. The next video we show of Nemo doing his downs, we're gonna show you what the next step is. Obviously, you have to get past this. You're not gonna do this every time you want your dog to down. We do want them to be able to go down on just a verbal cue. It takes lots of repetitions and it takes multiple steps in between. So we're gonna just do a step-by-step process of kind of how to teach a down. And this is just one of the first steps. So we hope you enjoyed it and you learned something valuable.